Welcome to Four Valley Boys Podcast. I'm your host and moderator, Favorite Vixen. We got my guys. We got Michael, Andre, and we have Big Straw. Before we go any further, the first of all, guys, welcome. How you doing, guys?
All right, doing good, doing great. Feeling good, feeling great, feeling great, feeling good. How are you?
You. I don't know how you.
Too, boy.
Patty LaBelle single that Outcast put on there.
Before I get to the sponsors, I want to play classic concentration with you guys. I want to play classic concentration. I want to what these four things have. On New York Times have the thing called connections. If you play Wordle or anything like that. What connections does these images have in common?
Shoot, they all black men.
Let's go a little deeper.
I mean, that's on the surface. I guess they all spoke their mind at one point or another.
Let's go a little bit deeper. You look at the surface.
There's some foolery with this. Whatever this is about to happen, this is some straight foolery. That
So who did? Okay, so I see three of them. Four, they all been in trouble with the law at one point or another.
Faye about to pull out some foolery.
You're getting a little warmer.
Come on, Faye. Come on.
The top right one is Frederick Douglass. Okay, that's Frederick Douglass.
That's Shannon Sharp on the bottom left. That's Kanye on the bottom right, and that's what's my guy on the top left, Kane the Conqueror.
Jonathan Major, yeah.
Jonathan Major, yeah. So I know two of them, Jonathan Major and Shannon Sharp, have been accused of sexual assault.
Not that deep, but you're on 75, but you got off too early on the exit.
I'm almost to Savannah.
No, you in Forsyth. You started in Macon. Thought you was Savannah, but you got up in Forsyth.
I was going north. I was almost there.
Faye's up to something, man. There's something he up to, man.
What you got, Faye? What's up with all
y'all? Give it up already?
I won't give up.
I'm not gonna make no attempts. Not one.
All 40 men lives got messed up by a white woman.
Hey,
what I'm talking about?
Hey,
I'm talking about, Ryan.
Hey. The truth is the truth. As much as it hurts, my brother, the truth is the truth. The truth is the truth. One thing I will say about Shannon Sharp, and one thing I will say about Jonathan Major, he was acquitted. I don't think there's anything else going on with that.
On a two of the four charges.
Okay, so he is still. Marvel is still talking about bringing him back as Kane the Conqueror. Yeah. Because Shannon Sharp built his brand to what it is, he still has his podcast. He's yet to come back to First Take, whatnot. Blah blah blah.
He was fired today.
Oh, he was fired today. Okay.
He was fired today.
Okay. Kanye West. I don't have anything good to say. Is that old Kanye? That's new Kanye on the picture, right?
It don't matter, Kanye.
Well, I differentiate. It's old Kanye, and then there's new Kanye. If that's new Kanye, then yeah. It
is what it is. So Shannon got fired today. If you haven't read, the woman that sued him. Reportedly, the settlement was $23 million. Shannon Sharp's career earnings from the NFL as a player was 22. And also the fact that you brag about not giving your kids nothing and being a hard ass on your kids. This woman got more money than you gave your kids.
Amen. Got to be more careful. Lord have mercy.
We know the sponsors. We have the time to dilly dally around, but we're gonna get this thing started. It could be media day, AFC South. We'll start with Big Straw. We'll go to Mike. Jacksonville Jaguars. You put your future on the shoulders of one Travis Hunter, quote unquote unicorn, what he wants to call himself. If you are the Jacksonville Jaguars, Big Straw, what are you saying to your fans today going through training? Why are you going through training camp?
I'm saying, yeah, we got an anomaly in Travis Hunter who plays both sides of the ball, but we also still have Trevor Lawrence, who, in my opinion, is still a generational quarterback. The thing that I hate about our franchise, and I say that because this is a media day, is that we haven't the opportunities to build around Trevor Lawrence. They just haven't materialized as we wanted them to. I still believe in Trevor Lawrence as a player. I think that if we had more pieces around him, offensive line, more receivers, and probably a defense that could stop somebody, we would be in a better position. Let's not forget, this is Trevor Lawrence that led a comeback in the playoffs against the Los Angeles Chargers, and even though they got put on in the next round, he did show his wares where he could be a great quarterback in the future.
I don't know why they like with Trevor Lawrence, man. People have already started trying to write him off and all that. Trevor Lawrence been in the league what 4 years?
Mm-hmm.
This is fifth, 6 year, I believe.
This is 6 year coming up. He's made one playoff appearance. I guess that's that's the territory that come with it. When you're a top draft pick, you gotta. I'm kind of with you on that, Ryan. Trevor Lawrence, I still think he is out of 32 starting quarterbacks. I still think he's maybe in the top half. I ain't saying number 7, number 10, but he is one of the top 16 in the league, I think. But
I would say that
I don't understand why he gets so much slack, bro.
I'm gonna say he in that bottom quarter. I'm gonna say he in the bottom quarter at Water. I'm gonna say that because he got the one playoff appearance.
Of the 32 teams in the league?
I'm gonna say he in that third quarter. So you got your top 6, then you got your next 6. He in that third 6.
Yeah. Trevor Lawrence is like anywhere between, I say, 12 to 20. That's what I would say.
I say he would be number 20 to me. And that's simply because this man hadn't had the tools. They tried to get Travis Etienne in there to make him get a little familiarity. Hey, this is my guy from when we won the national championship. Yay. But he still needs more help. He still needs more help.
Hey, Faye, when you get a chance, just pull up his stats, his years so far in the NFL. I don't know why people writing him off already, man. I figured that out yet. He done made one playoff appearance. I mean, I don't know.
Let me introduce our resident spoken word linguist, our calming voice on the show, our rationale of rationale, Horatio Major Jr. Before we get started, Horatio, I want to know what you think on this image right here. What do these images have in common? While we get started, what do these images have in common right here? What's the correlating factors in these these images right here?
So I see Johnny Majors. I see the great Frederick Douglass. I see who is that? I see an old man that got whipped out of his money by a white girl. I see an absolute genius that was bamboozled by a white girl. And I see somebody with, going back to the top, Johnny with my last name, except we don't mess with the white girls down here in the South.
So he picked up everything you said, Faye, without even being on here.
Yeah.
And Frederick Douglass, I don't remember Frederick Douglass being with no white woman, but he was one of the greatest scholars of our time.
Yeah, off Downfall was a white woman. He was married to a white woman.
Ooh.
So you're right. You're right on it. You're right.
That's what I said. That was
brought down by a white woman. Yo. Now you say the best. Once you get on.
Yeah, Shannon gave it away.
He gave it away. He got fired today too by ESPN. Just in case.
What?
ESPN fired him today. Easy $10 million a year. You just lost right now. Easy $10 million.
But now let me say this about I remember seeing in the Savannah airport. Me and former missus in Savannah airport, and he was with a
sister. A person of brown skin descent.
And nigga said, He sounded like Dwayne Wayne. What happened? He said,
He was
What's
with
called the
the
background?
people that got the My Little Pony hair.
Oh,
yeah, that's what he liked.
Yeah, that's his type.
All he is a black, but that's not what he liked.
Wow.
All he is a black, and he in his career he made $22 million just playing football. That's modest number back then. The settlement amount that they settled for out of court was $23 million, more than what you earn in the NFL.
Well, there's different ways of looking at that. I mean, clearly she got him, but clearly he got it. She got him, but he got it. I mean, it ain't like he had 23 million and he gave her 22.
Right.
It's just the fact that just your NFL earnings, though. That one tell you lost all that and $1 million, but you brag about not giving your kid nothing. That's what I'm looking at. I mean, you brag about
her to swallow his kids.
Well,
he ain't lying though.
Huh?
He ain't lying though.
Exactly.
He ain't lying. I just
oh boy. Wow.
He ain't lying. Big brown baby gravy. That was the text message.
Oat yogurt.
Ooh.
Vanilla ice cream, what he likes. But well, nothing. Shannon Sharp corner. Indianapolis. Let's move on to Shai. You got anything to add about Jacksonville? What they need to do this season with Trevor Lawrence? This is a make or break year for him, making $55 million a year. You got Travis Hunter. You got Brian Thomas, that grown man down there.
Well, yeah. So first of all, and I heard Atwater when I first came on. He's nowhere. I ain't gonna say nowhere near. He's not in the top half of the 32. He's not in the top half of the 16 quarterbacks in the league. He's just not. Like last year, you just go by last year. He was in yards. He was 29 out of 32. Touchdowns. He was 30 out of 32. Interceptions, 7. So he was up there on the high side. QBR, he was ranked 16th. PFF grade 21. Out of the 75 qualifying quarterbacks.
He was hurt.
There's nothing about Trevor Lawrence outside of him being the number 1 pick, and what he did at Clemson makes him a top 16 quarterback in the NFL. Nothing. And I love Big Trev, but we just going by numbers today. It ain't bro. Because you had Calvin Ridley, till he opened the Hard Rock betting app. You had him, and then you had Travis Etienne, a number one running back. Now you had Brian Thomas last year. Like you got more weapons than Jaden Daniels. You had more weapons 2 years ago than CJ Stroud. You got more weapons, or just the same. More weapons than Bryce Young, but y'all ready to write him off after 2 seasons.
Yeah, but Trevor Lawrence don't make the playoffs.
Say what?
He's made the playoffs before.
Okay, win a game.
He did.
He won a game.
He came back against some Chargers. Remember, they were down.
The Chargers, but to be fair, that was the Chargers against
they were down 24-7, 24-10.
They were down 31-0.
Nothing. 31-0.
It was 31-0. Chargers was up.
But Brandon Staley, the coach, though, So we got to look at that too. And the offense they literally didn't do anything in the second half. So in that game,
Trevor Lawrence hasn't done anything in the last 2 years. And you're right. I mean, he did do something. He did win a playoff game, but statistically, he's nowhere near the top half of the quarterbacks in the NFL right now. Nowhere near.
I would say based on the numbers that you said, Shot, he's at least 25. 25.
Woo.
25. That I would say he's 20 in that 25, 24 range. In that, like I said, that third quarter of the quarterbacks. We talking about 32 quarterbacks.
So what y'all saying to me is right now that Trevor Lawrence is in the same boat with Justin Fields, Russell Wilson.
You can't put him in there. You know what? I don't think you can compare them.
I'm saying 25 is you one of the bottom 8 starting quarterbacks in football. Trevor Lawrence is one of the bottom 8.
I mean, right now, I think he probably like that 24, 25 guy because he got to do a little more.
Yes.
All right.
There's stats right there for his first 4 years in the league right here.
On ESPN QBR, he's ranked 16th. In the PFF overall grade, he's ranked 21.
That 23, 22, and 23 year, that 23 year stands out more than anything else.
He missed 2 games that year, the last 2 games of the year.
If he can come back to that, man, they're going to be something. But he got to get back to that. He got to you just like you were saying, you got Jalen Daniels doing it with less. They done tried to, but see, I really think more than anything else, they really haven't protected him in the past couple of years. I don't think they protected him at all. He had an injury last year. I really think that he needs another playmaker, man. He really does. I mean, they tried to give him Etienne. I don't even know if Etienne was ready. I don't know if he was ready for the NFL. But so you got Brian Thomas down there. Hey, give me one more. Give me somebody on the outside that when I get under pressure, I can just throw it up and he got a 50-50 ball that I can possibly come down with.
I heard something today, and I know it ain't gonna happen about Travis Hunter playing snaps on both sides. They're talking about Travis Hunter he could play 120, 130 snaps.
He is practicing on both sides of the ball in Jacksonville right now. I've seen film all throughout training camp where he is playing on both sides of the ball. But I think it's mainly on the defensive backside. He may get a few snaps on offense, but I think it's mainly on the defensive backside. That's primarily what I've seen.
He needs to play on both sides of the ball.
This ain't college, bro. He can't be playing 120, 130 snaps. This ain't college.
That's what the fans coming to see, and ain't no other reason than somebody going to Jacksonville because Trevor Lawrence done lost his commercial appeal. Brian Thomas is about it. You need Travis Hunter to play both sides of the ball so people can come to watch him play both sides of the ball.
We got a friend, Michael. We got a friend / family member that lives in Jacksonville. He talks about how they talking about buying a new stadium. Well, they talking about renovating the stadium, and they want the taxpayers to pay for it. If they win this year, they're more apt to do that.
Yeah. Who the Nick team fight? Who we focusing on, Nick?
Indianapolis Colts. We're going to go to you on this one, Mike. Daniel Jones and Anthony Richardson. You're Shane Steichen. Do you need to go ahead and dust off your resume on Indeed?
Anthony Richardson, man, this is gonna be it for him, man. Like this is gonna be if he gonna get some clock and try to stay healthy and move up. This is gonna be the year. He's got the potential, but Anthony Richardson don't get it done this year. Or if he let Daniel Jones beat him out for that starting quarterback job, Anthony Richardson is gonna be in a career backup from this point on.
In the Trevor Lawrence category, that's where he's gonna be.
He already
I
done
think
it.
he's gonna be worse than Trevor Lawrence because I didn't see him. He shouldn't have been drafted as high as he was, in my opinion. He should not have been drafted as high as he was.
Somebody said that. Somebody said Anthony Richardson has no business going in the first round. I know the guy. I just can't remember his name. But somebody said that.
I think that guy hold on. I'm thinking Horatio Major Jr. He said that.
That's him.
And
That's him.
I agreed with him 100% because he did nothing, literally nothing at Florida. What did he win at Florida?
The strongest throw competition.
Yeah, that was about it in practice, which nobody saw. And it was just one of those things where whoever the GM is at that time was basing it all on potential and hyperbole. Thinking that they had something that nobody else had. You got to be able to throw it on the broad side of a barn. That's what I'm going to say. You got to be able to throw it to a broad side of a barn.
Yeah, I said it.
All right, let's move on to the Houston Texans, who won the division the last 2 years. We're gonna get a shot on this one. You CJ Stroud, you DeMeco Ryans. What do you need to do to get over hump?
Hey,
Oh man.
I'll answer that real quick. Go tie Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes, and Joe Burrow up. Tie them up. Put them in a. Go kidnap them four. That's what you do. Go kidnap.
That's tough. Like, but I'll say this. And this kind of goes against, what people saying. Like, he doesn't, and I can't wait to get to this Cam Newton thing. He doesn't have to go through Joe Burrow though, because they defense is wet paper towel thin. So he doesn't have to beat Joe Burrow. The defense gonna let Joe Burrow down. Now he does have to deal with Lamar, and who else is over there?
Got to deal with Mahomes. You got to deal with.
Oh no, I was talking about the division.
He ain't got nobody in the division.
Yeah, he ain't got nobody in the division.
We're trying to figure out what Houston need to do to get to that next level.
What's the next level? Because he won a playoff game. You mean win 2?
AFC Championship game or better? Bro, are they ready for that yet?
The AFC is like the West in the NBA. It's just too many. Like who's the best quarterback in the NFC? Jalen, and that's it.
Probably Jalen hurt.
That's it. No. But who's 2? Like we can't even. Sam Darnold,
Stafford,
Jared Goff, Matthew Stafford.
Yeah, I'll give Matt. Yeah, like you take them out the dome, they trash. But my point to that is, like you said, that Walter. You talking about Lamar, Joe,
Josh Allen,
Pat Mahomes, a healthy Tua Tagovailoa. Like that's tough. But I feel like this. I feel like Houston didn't protect him last year. So I'm looking for CJ Stroud to have a really, really good year last year. And if y'all been watching some of this fantasy stuff, they think Nico Collins about to explode. So somebody got to be throwing it to him for him to explode. I think CJ bounced back this year.
I think he's going to bounce back. I think they may take that next step forward. And I think it's going to be more on the defense than I would think it would be on CJ Stroud. Will Anderson came in like folk, as they say. So I'm thinking that Will Anderson and if they defense follow behind, that's one thing I love about DeMeco Ryans is that he's that gritty guy. Hey, guys, follow me, lead by my example. Here's my resume. You go out and do what I did. I think we can do it. Hey, Will Anderson, do that. He went out this past year and did a great job. I really think that you get one more playmaker that can develop into this year. I think they'll do it. But it's gonna be one of those deals where you're gonna have a good offense, but you got to have a slightly better defense to keep you in a lot of games for you to not only because the division, the way the division is set up, you already feel like that the Texans are going to win the division, right? So I really think that in order to get to that next step, that next level, that's where you're going to have to hang your hat a lot of times is on that defense.
They got Stephon Diggs too, don't they?
No, they had a biopsy.
Huh?
They had a biopsy.
They take that cancer off the team. Don't forget Tank Dell out for the year too.
Is he already out?
He already out. Messed that knee up so bad he won't play at all this year.
He did. I thought he messed that knee up in the middle of last year.
No, he messed up late in the year. Not middle, late, like November.
They got John Meacham, don't they?
Yeah, Don Meacham kind of been a bust, but that's not his fault because he had cancer. So
who drafted Meacham first? Was it them?
Texans. Just
Texans. Okay. Yeah, I think Meacham could take that next step and be another person that he can throw to. Now, unless somebody else comes out of the woodwork for him to have another option, it'll be about the same as next year. But I really think that defense is where you're gonna hang your hat.
Well, Meacham need to ring that bell first, don't he?
He already run the bell. He was straight.
His rookie year, he didn't play. My goodness.
Huh?
He run the bell his first year.
He
run the bell his first year.
Yeah, he run the bell. They did not let him play. They didn't let him play that first year.
Oh, okay.
They did not let him play.
Good gracious, man.
Yeah, you got to ring the bell.
Dude said you got to ring the bell.
No, you don't get the analogy. I get it. I get it, shot. I get it.
I know what he's talking about.
Well, what's wrong with it? What's wrong with what he said? What's wrong with what he said, man?
So sensitive.
Oh my God! You talk about sensitive folks at the very beginning of the show. You being overly sensitive right now, cuz. You being overly sensitive. That's a real thing. That's a real thing. Not only in people that with cancer, but people with heart conditions. That's a major accomplishment. If he rang the bell, that means that man is cancer free. He got a clean bill of health. Let's go to
work. Look at
Right. Oh, they got Christian Kirk also. They signed Christian Kirk in the offseason. All right, last team, Tennessee Titans. Nothing.
I gotta say this about Tennessee Titans. Will Levis going down is probably the best thing that's happened to them in a minute. And I hate that. I don't like anybody getting injured. Let me first say that. But it gives Cam Ward a chance to shine. I really think that he can do more than Will Levis. Will Levis, I really believe, got drafted based on the fact that he was the next quote unquote great white hope. They thought he was going to be like Josh Allen, and he more like Myron Allen. I think that they can do more with him. Not saying they finna make any leaps and bounds in the division, but I think you're gonna have a decent year from Cam Ward, man. I really think that.
Cam Ward, anything like he was in Miami this past year, man. In a couple of years, Tennessee gonna be okay. They just don't seem, or they just don't appear to have enough personnel and stuff right now.
They're gonna be 2-15.
I personally think Cam Ward and what he's able to bring to the table. I think he's dynamic. I said that before. From watching him, quarterback is my thing. I think they're gonna be all right in a couple of years. Not this year. But they won. I think
that's the only games they won last year. I really think that he is fortunate to get this early experience, but we talked before about throwing young quarterbacks into the fire too early. And I don't know if the speed of the game is going to translate like that for him. So it's going to be a major adjustment. So I think he's eventually going to shine, even if it is the bottom half of the year when the games really don't count. But he will eventually, like y'all said, be great. I think he will eventually be great. I didn't He won a few games. He won a couple of games last year in Miami. I had turned the TV off on him. So,
Yeah,
I
like
mean,
that night, bro, against California.
yeah,
California was up on them like 35 to
24 to
10.
3. Yeah.
Man, and then they end up winning that game like 40-something, 42. There was a lot of shootouts he had at Miami last year. I mean, all that ain't on Cam Ward's shoulders, but you know, he played good. Cam Ward, and they say he is the first one in the building and the last one to leave. So
If I was
I'm hoping
drafted,
some good things for him.
if I was drafted as high as he was too, I'd be the first one in the building and I'd be the last one to leave too. But the thing is, if I'm the quarterback and I know they already have an established veteran, like, and this is Will Levis, third year, so he is considered a veteran. I do that with the expectation of I may play sparingly. Now
Will
he's
Levis is
being
out
put.
for the year. You already know that, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I go into that when he was healthy. I go into that thinking I'm playing sparingly. I'm going to compete for the job, and if I win it, that's a whole different thing. But I'm going in to compete. I'm going in to try to win it, but not expecting to win it. But
Hey Ryan, breaking news. They didn't draft him number one for him to compete with Will Levis.
well, why didn't it?
Exactly.
Okay,
Will
so I
Levis.
understand.
Cam
Understand
Ward
that.
was drafted number one. He is starting day one. And it
Okay.
wasn't no competition.
So it was always Cam Ward number one, Will Levis number two.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
They
right?
wouldn't have drafted Cam Ward if they thought Will Levis had a chance to start next year. You don't
Okay,
draft nobody
let
number
me-
one for him to
let me
not
hop
start
on-
over the dude you drafted that was already on the team when you drafted him.
Let
Think
me
about
let
this,
me
Ryan.
hop let me
Think
hop
about
on
this.
my soapbox. Let me hop on my soapbox
Hold
again.
on,
Let me
think
hop
about
on.
this real quick.
I get what
Will
you're
Levis
saying.
was just drafted 2 years ago.
Right.
If he were going to compete with Cam Ward or compete, they wouldn't have drafted Cam Ward.
I get what you're saying.
It ain't
I
like
get
Will
what
Levis 7, 8, 9, 10 years in the league. This is his third year. It ain't no
Okay.
competition.
I get what you're saying, but okay, let me hop on my soapbox. I get your point. I accept what you're saying. I don't like it.
What is it you don't like?
Nothing against Cam Ward. Dynamic player. He deserves all his roses while he is playing this year. I don't like the fact that we send quarterbacks, not just black quarterbacks, but quarterbacks to a terrible franchise. Now they got their number one pick, and that's who they drafted. But I don't like the fact they go to a bad franchise. Now he finna take some lumps. He could be better than that if he could sit behind somebody and then learn. I really think the Tennessee Titans are really doing this young man a disservice
Or
because
he could be Jaden Daniels. Jaden
he
Daniels was the
could
number
be.
2 pick last
He
year.
could be, but Jaden Daniels is an anomaly. Show of hands, who thought Jaden Daniels was going to do as well as he did coming out of LSU going to doggone Washington? Just you, huh? Okay, just saying. Just saying. Now, if he does that, more power to him. I was wrong. But I don't like the
You gotta
fact that
understand now, Jaden Daniels, relied on a lot of physical ability, getting out the pocket, moving around, some of the same things that Cam Ward does. So, I don't expect him to be on Jaden Daniels' level. I think he's a better passer than Jaden Daniels. But I think the confidence that he has is on par with what Jaden Daniels is. He can obviously get out the pocket and extend plays. He's got a number one receiver over there in Calvin Ridley. Book it, bet it. We bet it Ridley.
That's what Calvin Ridley, Tennessee. Okay.
I'm not expecting the same thing, but he'll be all right. Them days over with, man, when you letting somebody sit down for a while. At the worst, somebody gonna sit down for maybe 3-4 games so they can see the speed. After that, man, you gotta take the seatbelt off and drive.
I mean, and that's what I would expect, those shots. That's what I mean. At least 3 to 4 games to look at the speed of the game, get used to the speed of the game, and then come in. Now he's thrust in the beginning, and I hate to say I don't want him to have it, but he's gonna have that deer in the headlights look. He's just gonna have it.
They all gonna have it, but guess what? Ain't nobody buy no ticket and get no number one jersey to go to the whatever the name of that stadium is to watch Will Levis in some Levi jeans, Will Levi. Ain't nobody do that.
You got it. You got it.
Ain't nobody
You
do
got
that. No.
What you got next, Faye, as we leave AFC Media Day, sir? AFC South.
The triple threat today. We know Gilbert Arenas got arrested for illegal gambling. Shannon Sharp got fired, and Marcus Morris is accused of stealing $265,000 from Las Vegas casinos. So we got in threes.
Nah, let's go to Cam Ward. That's gonna generate some combo. Not Cam Ward. Cam versus Jalen versus Ryan Clark.
Well,
yeah, let's get that here.
Fill me in on it because I'm lost. Go ahead.
All right, go ahead, Shot.
So Cam Newton put out his list of top 10 quarterbacks for this year, and Jalen Hurts wasn't on it.
Oh, I have.
And Nissan Stadium, my dope producer had to correct me about Tennessee Titans. I haven't driven a Nissan since I haven't even sat inside of a Nissan car since the girl that Dwayne used to go with, and then he had to kidnap her and take her next door, and then we had to, but that's a whole nother story.
Yeah, that's all. Bring that up. Matter of fact, don't you bring that story up no more.
Yeah, it was an all timer. We call y'all call it Altima. We called it an all timer. But anyway, so Cam didn't have Jalen Hurts in his top 10 quarterbacks in the NFL. His opinion. And it seemed like, when Cam made his comment, everybody just jumped on Cam. Stephen A. Smith had something to say. Terrell Owens came in tweeting, talking about, you ain't jump on the fumble in the game and you wrong for that. Ryan Clark said, Cam took his team to the Super Bowl and didn't bring his cape. And I'm not going to sit here and let you slander, it's disrespectful to not have Jalen Hurts in the top 10. Dan Orlovsky, said, Cam was wrong and you got to go through Jalen Hurts to get to the Super Bowl. And Cam fired back. Cam fired back on them boys. Cam said, whoa, y'all missing the message for the messenger. So he fired back on them boys. So he said, okay, well, since y'all want to come for me, I'm going to come for y'all. Terrell Owens, we already know you don't have a good relationship with your quarterbacks. And me being a quarterback, I'm going to leave that alone. Ryan Clark, let's compare stats. You was I think he said All-American, second team All-American in SEC. Of course, Cam was the MVP. We cannot relate. You was undrafted free agent. We cannot relate. You went to 1 Pro Bowl. I went to 3. We cannot relate. Dan Orlovsky, I'm not even touching that. Like, nothing. Next subject. Oh, and then Gilly the Kid said something to him. Gilly the Kid. Yeah, so he said, can y'all even name a Gilly the Kid album? No. So Cam was basically just saying, don't come for me for what I say.
Who is this, Gilly? Who is that guy? Who is this?
Yeah, the name of his album was Philadelphia.
What?
Yeah, that's enough to go never platinum.
All right. Went wood, huh?
Yeah, it went nickel. It went 5 people bought it. Mama, daddy, sister, cousin, and white.
He bought 3.
To her,
and he bought 3. He bought 3.
Yeah.
We're making the comment about it because, number one, people automatically assume that Jalen Hurts should automatically be in that top 10 because now he's won a Super Bowl. He's won a Super Bowl, so that doesn't put him in another area code when we talk about great quarterbacks. And let's just be real about this too.
Let me say,
hold on, right? And let's just be real about this. In 2 Super Bowls against who they claim is the best quarterback in football, to be honest, he's outplayed Patrick Mahomes and won one of them. So I don't see how, and Cam Newton, my dog, I love Cam Newton. I just don't see how he could be in the top 10. I've got to see 10 quarterbacks in the league better than Jalen Hurts.
At the end of the day, the man has played in 2 Super Bowls, won 1. He's in the past, 4 years he's played in 2. So you got to get a man his just due. You just got to. Now one thing we got to remember is this is Cam's opinion, but you know, you live in the world of media, so of course people are gonna jump on you like that. But do your research, man. Do your research. He wrong for that. He is wrong for that. He wrong.
So I'm glad you said that. Let's look at his stats from 2024. He threw for 2,900 yards. He ranked 20th among quarterbacks. He threw for 18 touchdowns. He ranked 20th among quarterbacks. His QBR, his PFF overall grade for quarterbacks was 23. His passer rating placed him 10th as a quarterback. Now, as a runner, as a dual threat person, obviously he was number one, number two, I believe, in rushing touchdowns and number one in rushing yards. He was definitely top five. Top five in rushing yards, number one in rushing TDs and efficiency or whatever with rushing. He was also top five. Top five. But you're telling me if you take him off the Philadelphia Eagles and you need to start you need a quarterback for this season, you're telling me that Jalen Hurts is in that top 10?
Jalen Hurts won a Super Bowl.
Wait, hold up.
Jalen Hurts won a Super Bowl. That 2,800 yards passing.
29.
Probably you put that with about 900 yard rushing, combine all them touchdowns, and a Super Bowl win. He's in there.
I think he's in there too, but based on the way the team is currently constructed, I think you could get somebody else, but I don't think they will win a Super Bowl though. I think him going down that year and knowing that he wanted to scratch and claw the competitiveness of Jalen Hurts put him back in that Super Bowl last year and had him making sure he said he wasn't going to lose it. He wasn't going to lose it and went out and they punched them in the mouth and held the Chiefs down and grounded and pounded the Chiefs until they just, the referee had to come in and just say, no more. Like a UFC fight. No, just stop the fight. That's the way it was. But it took for him to at least get to a Super Bowl to ignite that fire, to put him in the top 10. Cam Newton is wrong. He's wrong.
We're just gonna overlook that addition of what's that addition they had?
We're not gonna say. Look, that's why I said the way the team is currently constructed. When Saquon Barkley came, that was the piece. Put him over the top. Fave got something.
No, you go ahead, Shaq. Go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead, Fave.
No, I was just gonna say, and Jalen Hurts been in the league 5 years, been a starter full 4 years, right? Jalen missed 3 games last year with that concussion. So if you put in 3 games times 240, what is that? 220 average, that'd have been 700 yards. I'd put him at 36. That's the most Cam I think threw in his MVP season. In the 4 years, Jalen Hurts is. I'm not picking either side, but I'm just gonna give you some fact. The 4 full years that Jalen Hurts has been a starter, he's thrown over 60% completion percentage. The 11 years that Cam has been a starter, he's only completed 60% 4 times.
So again, if we're talking about, I'm just going by stats. Like, first of all, I'm one of the ones when he was drafted, I talked about Jalen Hurts. But when we talk about stats, that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about who is the better quarterback, because nobody can discount the fact that his wide receiver duos was ranked number 3 in the league. He had clearly the best running back in the league. He had a top 5 tight end in the league. He had the best offensive line in the league, top 3 defensive line in the league, number 1 defense overall. Elmer Fudd can win a freaking Super Bowl. So as much as we talk about how great he played in the Super Bowl, let's not forget Patrick Mahomes still got PTSD from what them boys did to him in that game. Still.
Is that
the man
his
called
fault?
zero blitzes in the Super Bowl, and they beat his behind like he stole something.
So let me ask you this: as the current team is constructed, let's not forget Carson Wentz was a Super Bowl champion based on the fact that he got hurt and Nick Folk came in there and won Super Bowl. A healthy Carson Wentz, does he go in there with that team, that same team as is currently constructed, and win a Super Bowl?
They would have number one seed with him.
Right. I don't want to take nothing away from Jalen Hurts. All I'm saying is you can't ask for more. You can't. You got
Is that his fault that his GM put that team together though?
No. Again, I'm not blaming him, but the determining factor in what we talking about as far as him being in the top 10 is him winning a Super Bowl. All Cam Newton was saying, which I agree with, numbers wise, stat wise, quarterbacking wise, he's not in my top 10. And keep in mind, Cam didn't single him out. He just didn't put him in the top 10. He didn't say, Jalen Hurts isn't this. He said, here is my top 10 quarterbacks based off talent in the NFL. That's what he said. So my question to you all is Jalen Hurts a top 5 quarterback?
He's not a top 5, but I can see Jalen Hurts being in the top 10 simply off he's a dual threat quarterback. Because we got to get into the next category of this right here. We've got to name 10 quarterbacks better than Jalen Hurts.
So let's do that.
If you look at it, we got Patrick Mahomes, we got Josh Allen, we got Joe Burrow, we got Lamar Jackson. That's 4 right there. All right. Now, after we name those 4 quarterbacks, you put that next category of Justin Herbert.
Justin Herbert? How you get Justin Herbert that quick?
I'm talking about the next. I ain't ranking nobody. I'm just talking about the next category quarterbacks.
He's not in the next category.
After I said Burrow, Allen, Mahomes, and Lamar Jackson, the next group you got Herbert, you got CJ Stroud, you got Jordan Love. Jalen Hurts is in that little group right there.
You got Jaden Daniels.
Matthew Stafford. He's in that boat. So outside of that top 4, how is Jalen Hurts not in that little next 5, 6, 7 quarterbacks right there?
And he may be. He may be. But the fact is, he's not in the top 5 if you're going over there. Exactly. Jared Goff, dope producer. He's not in the Matthew Stafford. Like he's not in the top 5. So only thing I'm saying, first of all, I don't have no problem with Jalen Hurts. I think he actually is in the top 10. My issue is the people that came for Cam Newton, like it was blasphemy that he wasn't in the top 10 when he's not even in the top 5. Top 5. So then why is it such a disgrace? Because he didn't have him from 6 through 10 when you can make an argument. Cam Newton's argument was he threw for 36 more yards than Tua Tagovailoa, who missed 6 games. You threw for 2,900 yards in 2024. This ain't 1970. Dan Marino threw for that in 11 games. That's all I'm saying. I'm not taking away from his dual threat. First of all, Jalen Hurts you don't get a better player / person, stand up for his people, black agent. So this same thing Cam was saying. I'm not taking a shot at Jalen Hurts, but if we talking numbers, and you were talking about give me 10 quarterbacks regardless of offense, who you taking?
Hey, what was Jalen Hurts' numbers again this year?
2,900 yards and 18 touchdowns.
Okay, what about rushing?
Rushing, he probably had about 800 yards rushing.
You got to factor that in there.
Yeah, 600. Yeah, 630 yards rushing, 14 touchdowns, and missed 3 games.
Man, you got Jalen Hurts in the top 10. 630 yard rushing, 14 touchdown rushing, 18 touchdown passes. Man, yeah.
He might be 6. To me, he's 6 knocking on the door just based on consistency. Yet we can't knock him for the team that Howie Roseman is doing the damn thing with his roster. We can't knock him for the roster they created. We can't knock him for that. That's not his fault that the GM is doing a damn job.
He's doing a great job. A bang up job.
He's benefiting from what the team is putting around him. Now, Cam, on the other hand, he had Joe Horn throwing the ball to Joe Horn, and who else he was throwing the ball to?
Yeah, Steve Smith,
Ricardo Lockett,
Yeah,
and who else?
he had Steve Smith. He had Steve Smith, Greg
Olsen.
But here's the thing with Cam. I'm not even talking about the Ryan Clark stuff, because at the end of the day, all of the people that came on, they could say what they want. There is not one person in college football in the last 20 years that was as impactful as Cam Newton, period. So I'm not even I just like the fact that he told them boys, we cannot relate, because Cam kept it like, yo, let's talk about what I said. Don't talk about me, about how I didn't jump on the fumble, because nobody else can take an 8-8 team and go to the Super Bowl at 15-1. Nobody else can take an 8-win Auburn team and take them to undefeated in the SEC. Nobody else can do that. And then all of y'all that's really talking, don't forget I'm still 6'5", 250. For all y'all that you heard Ryan Clark say, I ain't got no beef with Cam. Of course you don't. Of course you don't.
Now, let's before we move on to the my AdWords 25-25, Cam's record. Going from his rookie year 6-10, 7-9, 12-4, 5-8-1, 15-1, 6-8, 11-5, 6-8, 0-2, 7-5, and 0-5 as a starter. Like I said, he can say what he want to say, but that's part of them. You got, I mean, yeah.
You gotta expect. I mean, when you a figure like that, you got to expect some backlash. Expect
you going just like Stephen A's hairline. We're gonna attack Stephen A's hairline every chance we get.
Man, let me tell you something about Cam Newton. Cam Newton's career, he won a JUCO national championship, a college football national championship, a Heisman Trophy. He was the #1 draft pick and an NFL MVP. Man, I salute him. Think about that now. This man won a JUCO title.
Like this, I have no beef with Cam.
College football title. He was the Heisman, the #1 pick, and the NFL MVP. Salute, Cam.
I just want to know. I guess I want to know what his criteria was. I guess that's my point. I just want to know what his criteria was to see exactly what he was basing it off of. If he was basing it off of just being able to throw the football, yeah, I see that. But when you talk about a dynamic quarterback like Jalen Hurts, Cam, I respect you, but in this case, sir, you are wrong.
One last thing before we move on to 25-25. Who's worse with baby mamas, him or Nick Cannon?
I'm going to the next one. I ain't even answering that.
Nick Cannon.
How many baby mamas Nick Cannon got?
About 8, 9. Cannon got about 7, I think. 8 kids, 7 women.
As many as you can afford.
With Nick Cannon wilding out.
Hey, bro, I saw something the other day. Anthony Edwards has had a child by 4 different women in the last 4 years.
Shoot, I guess they trying to catch up with Travis Henry, ain't they? Woo.
All right, Mike, take over this last segment before we go.
Yeah, and doing some stupid stuff.
All right, so the 25-25 series return as we rank the #1 draft picks in the NBA since 2000. So, we're doing everything last 25 years. And, of course, the best #1 pick the last 25 years is Dwight Howard. It's LeBron James. Now, after LeBron James, you can flip a coin on what should be next and all this kind of stuff when you rank the #1 players, the #1 picks in the NBA draft since 2000. This is off what they done in the NBA. So I got AD #2, Dwight Howard 3, Kyrie 4, Derrick Rose 5. Y'all agree with that top 5? LeBron has been the best #1 draft pick last 25 years, followed by AD, Dwight Howard, Kyrie, and Derrick Rose.
I got Dwight Howard in front of Anthony Davis. So you lost me right there.
Ooh.
He's won 4 defensive player of the years, I think, right, Shot? I think it's 4 defensive player of the years.
Three straight.
Dwight Howard won 3 straight defensive player of the year?
Yes.
So you got him behind. You flip that. Hey,
Dwight Howard Dwight Howard has I just pulled it up. Dwight Howard has 8 all NBA teams, 5, and AD got 4. Dwight Howard got 5 all defensive team, 4 first team. Ant Davis got 4. Dwight Howard was defensive player of the year 3 times. Ant Davis none. Next.
I see on your list here.
I mean, Dwight Howard got championship.
They both got 1 with the Lakers.
On the Lakers 2020. Yep.
Ben Simmons too high for me. Ben Simmons is too high for me.
Ben Simmons on there?
Huh?
Why is Ben Simmons on there?
He was the number 1 draft pick. These are all the number 1 draft picks in the NBA since 2000.
Ben Simmons too high for me. Kwame Brown too high for me.
Kwame Brown 22.
He too high.
Bro, y'all try, y'all mean.
And I really think that you could flip Anthony Edwards and Derrick Rose. I think more than anything else, even though he did get the Rookie of the Year, I really think that Derrick Rose injuries played a huge part in him.
Derrick Rose was a MVP. Do you realize that?
No, he don't.
I didn't.
Did you not know? He was the MVP.
I forgot. I remember him. That's just goes how down his career went after that MVP. Gosh, somebody. Wemby over
that year they won MVP. Didn't they get smoked and 5 by the Heat?
Yes.
Okay, they want to add that on now. And then LeBron guard him in the 4th quarter every game that series. And he
what
didn't do a damn thing.
With the MVP?
He the MVP. You supposed to MVP that team to the finals, right?
Man, ain't nobody in the world thinking they were gonna beat the Miami Heat. You know that. Come on.
But
so why did they give him the MVP?
He was the best player for the regular season.
Okay.
It ain't saying nothing about the playoffs.
I'm just saying, bro.
Derrick Rose back then shot, if I'm correct, wasn't Derrick Rose like a 25-8 type of guy?
He was ridiculous.
He was crazy. I mean, don't give me Mike. Come on, stop.
People always trying to find something to push somebody down. What he did. Derrick Rose is a MVP, dog.
Mike, you know that I saw him coming out of college. I saw plenty of games with Derrick Rose coming out of college, and I knew he was going to be special. But in this case, I just see based on we can leave him where he at. But I mean, if we do this again, top 30 in 5 years, Anthony Edwards going to be above.
We ain't doing it again. I mean, it ain't. We talking about right now. Derrick Rose, out of all the number 1 draft picks, he balled out. Now, if you want to put Anthony Edwards, you could go Blake Griffin. Shot said I'm wrong for putting Yao Ming 9. Yao Ming did have a great career.
He goes before Blake Griffin. That's a fact.
Yeah. I'll put him above Cat.
I think Wemby could go above Banchero.
Now Wemby, not enough data, and he didn't play a full season this past year, and then he averaged only maybe 25 minutes his rookie year.
So I guess the only one that I really have a gripe with that don't have Ben Simmons.
Hey, hold on. Before you think about Ben Simmons now, Ben Simmons, pull it up, shot. Pull up Ben Simmons' stat career. Before you bash Ben Simmons now, get Ben Simmons now out your head.
Hold on. Let's go back. Let's go back to this list. Because I've been flirting with AI, so I'm getting real good at this. And I told you about to be extinct, bro. I'm just letting you know. I'm just calling it how I see it. I love you, but you're about to be extinct. So when I go to my AI companion, out of the people that we just named, and I did it just that fast. Derrick Rose, Carl Anthony Towns, Blake Griffin, and Yao Ming. Only one of them people got an MVP, so Derrick Rose goes in front of them. The person with the most all NBAs is Yao Ming, followed by Blake Griffin. Only one of those persons have a NBA title. That's Kyrie, and the other one is only one of them that's a Hall of Famer, and that's Yao Ming. So right there, that drops Blake Griffin to the bottom of that list.
Blake Griffin in the top 10.
Kyrie only got 3 All NBAs. He's only in front of Karl Anthony Towns, who goes right at the bottom in front of Blake Griffin. And then we can argue the rest of that stuff after that. And Yao Ming is the only one that's in the Hall of Fame. So there that go. Y'all better get up on AI. I know that.
Anthony Bennett made the list.
He was a number 1 draft pick, right? Are you not getting the?
Bro, he was horrible, bro. He was horrible.
That's why he's at the bottom of the list.
Lord,
Ryan is not understanding. He's not getting.
No, I get it, man. I'm sorry. That's like he's perfect where he is because he is the forgotten number 1 pick. He is the forgotten number 1 pick. They picked him. Didn't they pick him after LeBron went to Miami? They picked him right after LeBron went to Miami. Think he was going to be.
That's Kyrie Irving that they picked number 1 after
Ryan
LeBron
is
went to Miami.
all over the place, dog. I'm talking about this dude everywhere.
Yeah, he need AI bad.
Boy,
Anthony Bennett got
Are
drafted.
you using Gemini? Shot using Gemini?
I use Gemini. I use Chat GPT. I use Kirby .ai. Like I actually take AI classes.
Hey, Faye, pull up Ben Simmons real quick.
I just did. NBA Rookie of the Year in 2018, 3-time NBA All-Star, made 13 All-NBA in 2019, and was All Defensive Team 2 years. Led the league in steals in 2018.
Shit, we might have put Ben Simmons high.
And missed 2 injuries, one because of a holdout, one because of an injury.
Right, and another one because of mental. So put you got Zion in front of Wingstop.
Zion, when healthy, Zion is an all-star. And I'm pretty
healthy,
sure for his career.
I don't think he made an all-star game, Mike.
When healthy, Zion is in the drive-through window getting extra crispy lemon peppers.
Zion
and that Cafe Dumont.
They do have lemon pepper hot now. He might get the lemon pepper hot.
Hey, my dope producer, you see me rattling off these stats on them boys. I'm telling you, they better catch up, bro.
He said, pop your stuff, Shot. Pop your stuff.
Yeah, man. Y'all better get Zion off that list, man. I mean, off that top 15.
No, get him off them beignets. So we need to get him off them beignets.
Get him from in front of Ben Simmons, I tell you that.
Yeah. Andrew Wiggins, I mean, there could be a case he could go a little bit higher.
He should be way higher.
Yeah, because one, I mean, yeah, maybe 12.
Way higher. Who he finna take?
He gonna go 12.
Nobody.
I can go put him at 12.
Andrew Wiggins gonna take in front of him.
He's an NBA champion, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. He's a champion.
I feel you, Anatoly.
Now let's look at the bottom 7. Kwame Brown, he's just a product of having Jordan as a mentor / owner / boss. Andre Bargnani, I don't know who that is. Greg Oden, he was in Portland. He was cursed off the top when he got to Portland. He was cursed. Markelle Fultz, he was cursed because he went to Philadelphia. He should never went that high. Danny Ainge Hook went to 76ers. They should have Jason Tatum. Boy, their trajectory would have been different. They took Tatum. Bogut, he should be higher than Simmons.
Who is this? Hold on.
I don't know. He sounds like an Italian.
19.
He sounds like an Italian dish.
Zachary Richardson.
Yeah, I'm home.
First team All NBA this year, rookie for the Atlanta Hawks.
Zachary Richard.
Richardson. Yeah.
He's a guard, right? Guard or 4. He a wing or 4. A wing or guard.
4. Right? He's a 4.
Why is Kenyon Martin so high?
Pull up his stats.
That's a good one.
I already did. That was the setup for your behind. You just fell for it.
Put it up.
That boy went to 1 All-Star game.
Second in rookie year voting.
How many kids does he have by different women?
Oh, Kenyon Martin. No, I think Kenyon Martin married. He's a good citizen now. He's crazy.
Okay. I'm just asking. I know he got his son in the NBA now, junior.
Yeah.
Yes.
But he played 15 years. I give him credit for that now. So he should be up on the list as far as longevity. But the man got one All-Star appearance, no championship. That's it. Like
he got 2 finals appearances, 1 or 2 finals appearances.
He probably got 2.
Because I mean, him and Richard Jefferson on the Nets, right?
Yeah, that was it. Just the Nets. Yeah, I would put him up there. I would definitely put him behind Cade Cunningham because Cade Cunningham is already on the All NBA team.
Good list. Good talking point.
Zachary Resasher with Parmesan cheese, please. He should be right in front of Anthony Bennett.
Because it's yet to be determined, right? It's TBD. To be determined.
And then Andre. Right, and I know that's Andre only because I watch basketball. Otherwise, I would have said Andrea. Barganini, like that needs to be served over
Alfredo.
Over some Alfredo sauce right there.
Yeah, some type of bucatini sauce. Some bucatini for Bargnani.
Hey, what Anatoly just said, like somebody mute mine, bro. like host, like do your job. This dude talking about what you said, what?
Bucatini. It's a type of sauce. Bucatini.
I'm done.
I should put
that DeAndre Ayton, he should be way up on that list just because he already telling you, if you ain't doing what I'm asking you to do, I will leave you on that island. So I'm a fan. I'm a fan of DeAndre ain't playing. That's his name, not Ayton. Ain't playing. Cue my theme song for DeAndre. You don't know nothing. What?
He a real one.
You sleep?
He a real one. He a real one.
Okay, take a nap. She woke up. DeAndre was in the States trying to figure out why her phone roaming. Play with Andre.
You get, man. I mean, yeah.
Play with Andre. Play with your mama. Don't play with Andre.
Yeah, you should about your own money.
See how I quit on Phoenix. You don't think I quit on you? Hell wrong with you, girl. I know DeAndre.
With Dame, and he's still in Portland, right?
He back in Portland.
No, Dame back in Portland, but Aiden still in Portland.
No, he's in LA.
Aiden in the Lakers, Ryan. Pay attention. Pay attention.
Hey,
Ryan.
Shut up. You just shut up.
Damn, you shut up. He works for me doing the college tournament. At least I just be quiet.
Yeah.
I was asking a question. Michael Atwater. You
Faye,
shut up.
When he
get to talking European and French and all that, I'm out. I ain't got to put up with that, Faye. Now I put up with something else. But that right there, when you get to talking them different languages,
good show, sir. Good show.
Rachel, do you have a black thought before we leave about Hulk Hogan or Malcolm Jamal Warner?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Nah, that's a setup.
Hey, I like playing tennis. I had to hit it back to you.
So yeah, I'll take the bait. So one time for Malcolm Jamal Warner, I actually my son is named Malcolm Jordan Major, and that was part of one of the reasons why I named it. Obviously with Malcolm X. We all grew up, especially in this age group that we in. We all grew up on Theo. Everybody that's 40 and up know what a Gordon Gartrell is. Shout out to Malcolm Jamal Warner, Theo. He's kind of the Huxtables is kind of like our distant cousins, distant brothers and sisters, because again, we all in the same age group. You went home on Thursday 8:00. You could set your watch to it and you watch the Cosby Show and Bill Cosby, and I'm just glad that I hate that he passed and that it wasn't by nothing crazy. I feel my thoughts and prayers go out to his family. And I know he'll be looking down on his family and looking out for them. Hulk Hogan, hey, he was an American icon, for the people that consider him an icon. I'm sure everybody had a Hulk Hogan action figure. I would be remiss if I didn't talk about the racist comments that he said about the daughter and using that word, which I don't have a problem with using the word, but the thoughts and the way he used the word, you can't hide behind that. And my thoughts and prayers go out to his family, and I'm sure that, Hulk Hogan for eternity will be looking up at them and making sure that they straight.
Man, did y'all catch what he just did? Y'all didn't catch what he did, man.
Dress warm, my G. Dress warm.
I'm out, Fave. I'm out, dude. Y'all didn't catch. Y'all gotta catch this dude, bro. Y'all didn't hear what he said, man. Looking up at them. Hey, I'm out. Fave, I'm out. I'm out, Fave.
Mike, when they go low, you go lower.
You can't get much lower than that.
You can't get much lower than that.
Catch that what this nigga said, bro. I'm out. I'm out, cuz. I swear.
Bring it, church fan. Hey, guess what they playing? Guess what they were playing for him? I know he don't like our people, but guess what they was playing for him when he finally reached his destination? Where them fans at?
Woo! Mike.
Yeah. Yeah.
With that, we drop it. You drop it right there, shot. Drop it. It's over.
It's hot down here with Hulkamania. Yeah, you ripping that shirt off for sure now.
Hey, Faye, I apologize for telling him to do that. Man. I'm sorry.
Here you go. Here you go, shot. Here you go.
Yeah, there you go. He needs two of them. Yeah.
Hey, shot.
Yeah.
Shot. Good show, sir. Jolly good show. Good show, sir.
You better hope the black person his daughter dating ain't no H-back person because he could have helped him out.
Walk in there, look at Hulk Hogan. Nah. Walk out. Nah.
Yeah, the daughter asked out the wheel. So the daughter asked out she want to be part of the wheel. So she could live her best life. She could mess up another black man life. That's our show for today. Mike didn't catch that.
Yeah, I caught it.
Mike didn't catch that. You didn't catch that.
Bye, Faye.
Wait, you heard what I said?
I'm out, Faye. I'm not replying to you, man. I'm not.
Yeah, you heard what I said. We out of here. We'll see you next week. Bye.
Hey, later, man. It's been real.